Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the NFL Sunday Morning Show right here on the Hardcore Sports Network, the last one of the NFL season. So this one is going to be the awards episode where we're going to make a prediction of each award. I think I forgot to put the rookies in here, but I'll throw them in there as we go on. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Me and Blaze were on the phone for like an hour just talking about random stuff. So everything else was just good. Everything else is good. I was watching Halftime's new video that people should go watch. It's very informative and very funny. So make sure you go tune into that. Well, Halftime, what's your video about?
Saquon Barkley and him breaking the record.
Yeah.
Well, because people don't understand, and it's funny that people don't understand what is going, what that meant to some things, but like it's a legend thing, you know. So, and people want to sit them, man. You wouldn't sit. You don't sit. You don't sit the Hall of Fame. You don't sit greatness.
He is not live, Butterfly. He is not live. But hey, let's just get right into it, man. You guys can include the games from yesterday. Sorry, James, but you guys can include the games from yesterday. So, who are the winners of last week? We're gonna start off with Bo here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna kick it off with the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Ravens were fantastic. They look like they're finally putting a game plan together going into the playoffs, which is nice. They used this guy, Derrick Henry. It's crazy. So that's one of them. The Chargers punching their ticket to the playoffs, something that they struggle to do. So that goes in the win column. And the Bengals somehow staying alive after the atrocious start to the season. Obviously they still need some help, but the Bengals got to go in that win column because Joe Burrow, if he was on a winning team, is probably walking away with the MVP.
James.
I'm going to go kind of unconventional with mine. The first winner from last week is going to be the Patriots for properly tanking a season in an effort to get the number one draft pick, which is so incredibly important when you have to rebuild your entire franchise. So that was a big loss for them, and in turn is actually a big win. Beyond that, I have to unfortunately give the Bengals credit. They've really finished their season out strong and turned themselves into a team that a lot of people don't want to see come playoff time. And then my last one is going to be the Browns for also properly tanking, trading away talent at the halftime of the season mark, getting rid of as many talented guys as they could, and then just benching appropriate people in the last couple of weeks here, starting Bailey Zappi and whatever they had to do to make sure they lost, and they're in contention for a possible number 2 pick as well. So
Halftime.
Gotta go for the Eagles for beating the Dallas Cowgirls and destroying them. I mean, we did this with we had a backup quarterback, a third string quarterback, and we just dominated. And it was good to see. And I will say, Cleveland Brown, everybody that actually lost, that should have lost, New England, for not screwing the pooch on it. Guys,
Right.
what are you thinking of? And now the Giants are blaming everything on the head coach. That is so funny.
Yeah.
And then you got the Baltimore Ravens. You got to give it up to the Baltimore Ravens because now they are playing. They're playing way better, and they're playing they're playing really good team football.
Yeah. Well, that was mine. That was my first one. The Ravens. When you defeat someone 31-2, and Derrick Henry's the reason why you got the safety. I mean, either way, 31-2. Next up, I'm gonna go with Seattle. Really? I mean, you beat. No, I'm gonna go with the Chargers here. Chargers 40-7, and I'll give Seattle one.
Seattle got like 6 points. What are you? What
Yeah,
are you doing?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
All right. Then if you want me to go another route, I'm gonna go Rams. I'll go Rams then. They defeated the Cardinals 13-9. They're trying to get their way into the playoff race. So I'm gonna go Rams then.
I
All
like
right.
that you picked the two teams that all four teams together barely scored 20 points.
Right? Right. Hey, I like low scoring games. And then we're gonna go MVP in a little bit, but losers of the week. Bo, who you got?
All the fans that watched that Bears Seahawks game, that's
Ah.
the main loser there. That game was terrible, and it wasn't like it was low scoring because the defense was awesome. It was low scoring because the execution was terrible. So sorry, I'm choppy, so I don't know if my audio is coming through right or not. But
No.
okay, yeah. So basically, I mean, I don't mind a low-scoring game if it's a good defensive battle, but that was just horrible offensive execution. So it's just a bad football game. It made sense for it to be on Thursday night, but mostly it was just the fans lost watching that. The Cowboys, just because they find a way to mess everything up, even when they are tanking, they figure out how to. They didn't win last week, but they won the week before to mess up their draft picks. And then the Jets for existing as a franchise.
All right, Jake, who you got?
I'm going to keep a theme going on my end here, and I know Philly halftime already touched on this, but the Giants are big losers. I think they were supposed to be in the number 1 seed for the draft pick.
Yes.
And they screwed the pooch on that by putting up 45 points with just a miserable football team. It probably took them a month to put up 45 points in previous months. So what in the world they were thinking, I have no idea. I have to throw the Steelers in the losers of the last week. Especially, you take your pick. The game yesterday, the game on Christmas Day, it doesn't matter. The offense has just forgotten how to do anything. One of the most reliable catchers on the team, George Pickens, decided he didn't want to catch anything yesterday. It just was
catch a cold. I
Yeah,
put money on Hughes.
Yeah, everybody was dropping the football yesterday. The defense is the only thing that's coming around for them again. With the return of Joey Porter Jr., but it looks like it's going to be too little too late with the way this offense is playing right now. And then a third loser. Man, let's go with the Texans for only putting up 2 points in a game. That's pretty embarrassing.
All right, halftime.
Well, you got to give the number 1 has to be the Giants for freaking losing the number 1 overall draft pick.
Yep.
You got to give it to them. You got to give it to the Houston Texans for only getting 2 points. Then you got to give it up to, I want to give it up to both Seattle and the Bears. One's 6 points, one's 3 points. Like, oh my Lord. Could you guys actually play the game and get a couple field goals? Well, I mean, there's a lot. There's a couple. And then you can go with the Saints too, even if you want to go with them. Yeah, it was pretty bad. This, and everybody knew this was the last week, and everybody knew that there was going to be some bad games. But damn, somebody got to play with a little bit of heart.
So for me, I'm going Texans. Obviously, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here for another loss. They started off the season great, and then they lost there. And then, even though they won, I'm going to give it to the Raiders. They had a chance for the number 1 pick, and they let it slip away. So, yep, see?
Yep.
See? Thank you, Greg.
Absolutely.
Don't talk big. Oh, my God. Don't talk too big. Look what happened to the Georgia Bulldogs. Well, yeah. What do you guys have to say about the college playoff games real quick, whoever watched it? What do you guys have to say about that real quick before we go on to the awards?
I mean, it was funny watching the top 4 teams get smoked in the first. That was good times. But, those top 4 teams going out in the first their first game was great. The mayonnaise bowl was gross. Like,
It's
I hate
disgusting.
mayonnaise. And so watching them eat every version of dipping mayonnaise and stuff, I was just like, man, this is the most disgusting bowl game ever. And then getting the vat dumped on him at the end.
Yep.
Like, if I was the coach, I'd be trying to lose that game because there's zero chance I'm letting that happen.
Right. All right. James, did you watch any of the college bowls? Because I did not. I mean, I
A
watched
little
the
bit.
Michigan, but other than that.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. I'm kind of not surprised that Georgia lost just because when you lose your starting quarterback, that's kind of the way things work. Not too many teams have a backup quarterback good enough to survive that. I'm also very surprised that Penn State has looked as good as they have because typically when they play top-notch teams, they don't fare well. So it's just weird that, every season during the regular season, they play Ohio State and lose. They lose to Michigan. They lose to Wisconsin if they're a top team. Whomever it is that's top 10 ranked, Penn State always loses to them. And this year, for whatever reason, they make it to the playoffs and they start playing like they're a big boy too. So we'll see because now the road really narrows now. Now it gets serious. But so far, so good, and I have something to smile about at the end of the season.
Halftime, did you watch any of the college games
No,
this past weekend?
I've been too busy yelling about Barkley.
Yeah.
I've been
You guys
yelling
did
about.
not
Now
know
listen,
he
I'm
went
telling
on
you all now.
rants this whole week.
I've been yelling about Barkley for this whole week. I've been yelling about it longer than that, but I've been yelling about it for a whole week.
Yeah. I was watching the first half of the Penn State game. Yeah, I didn't watch that. So, anyways, let's just get right into the awards. Let's start off with the. Oh, I thought Bo was trying to say something there. Let's start with MVP. We're gonna go with halftime this way and go around. Halftime, who you got?
Oh,
I already
I
know who you got.
got Josh Allen, but if Barkley plays, I'm going on this rant.
And
I want him to play so bad.
It's
If
the
Barkley
first award, man.
If Barkley plays and gets the 101 yards, he gets the MVP. But I'm giving it to Josh Allen. It's a tight race between him and Lamar, but I give it to Josh Allen.
Pickett MVP. Oh man.
All right, James, who you got?
I'm probably going to surprise you guys a little bit, and I'm going to say that Joe Burrow should probably be the MVP.
Oh my God!
And I'm going to tell you that because
He got a freaking winning season. Oh,
he's 9-8, so they are winning now.
come on! It's barely a winning season.
He's got another
Ain't that
1,200
good?
passing yards and another 15 passing touchdowns on what Josh Allen has on the season. Now Josh Allen's doing it with far less talent. There's no debating that. But Joe Burrow is putting together the best season he's had in his entire career, and I'm going to give him credit for it.
Freaking barely got a winning season. Barely.
All right, Bo.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Josh Allen, although I do agree that if Joe Burrow was on a 13-win team, he's probably that guy. But when you're looking at the course of the season here, Josh Allen had a game where he had 3 touchdowns and then 3 rushing touchdowns on top of it. So he is making up like 90% of their offense. And if you look at that team without Josh Allen, that's a 4-win team. So I would go with he's far and away the MVP here. Obviously, Lamar has a case for it. I think what hurts him in that quest for his 3rd MVP is the fact that Derrick Henry is on that roster. So I'm going to go with Josh Allen wins that one.
I'm right there with you guys. I'm going to go with Josh Allen here. I had Lamar Jackson very, very close. He was breaking records last night, but I'm still going to go with Josh Allen here. The Bills, without him, there will be nothing, so I'm going to go with Josh Allen. And then the offensive player of the year. Let's start off with Bo and go the other way.
Yeah, so offensive player of the year has got to be Saquon. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
because the MVP is a quarterback award. Even if he broke Dickerson's record, it's not like a slam dunk that he would have got it. So in this scenario, especially because he didn't go get the record, I think he wins that Offensive Player of the Year far and away.
James?
I agree. It's got to be Saquon this year. I wish that they would play him today and let him go chase that record, because I don't see how he doesn't get it if he gets to play. But regardless of that, the amount of yards he's put up this year, the performance, just hurdling people backwards, doing things we've never seen done on the football field. Just gotta love seeing him be so successful.
I mean, if they add a ridiculous move that you did on the field to Madden, you did something unique.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I just found out they put that on Madden.
Halftime, do I even have to ask?
I don't even know why you compliment, because it's going to be Barkley. Dude, the way he's been playing, I don't think some people don't realize. I know all you guys do realize how hard it is to get 2,000 yards. I've seen comments where they were like, well, he can get 2,000 yards next year. It happened. There's only 9 people ever. How many running backs is there? This is freaking outstanding what he did. Like, people don't get it. And what he did right now, you got to give it to him. And you should let him play today, too. Damn it.
Yeah, my signal is definitely off today. My computer did a system update overnight that I wasn't aware of, and it's running weird. So,
Yeah.
Mine does the same thing, Bo. It's like mine will shut off on whenever it wants to.
Well, I have my updates so that I have to manually put them in, because trying to avoid stuff like this. But apparently, this was a big OS update, and it just forced it through. So, yay!
And then for me, I got it's Saquon. There's no other player for that
Thank you,
award. There's no other
Giants.
player. Hey Gav, at least they weren't dipping pepperoni rolls in mayo like they did last year.
So gross.
Ew.
So gross.
Ew.
Yeah.
What's
All
with
right.
the mayo? What's with the mayo thing?
Because it's the Duke's Mayo Bowl. So it's sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Just nasty, though. Like, if you watched it, they were making the announcers try mayo on like a bunch of different stuff. And one of them was a ice cream bar that they dunked in the mayonnaise. And one of the commentators like immediately like spit it out in the garbage and looked like he was going to like just throw up.
Yeah.
And that is my reaction to mayonnaise in general. So watching this game and they keep panning to them having to like put mayonnaise on everything, I was just like, this is a tough watch for me. Like, like the game was fine, but man, everything else was terrible.
There is a football player that has mayonnaise with his coffee, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The Titans quarterback, right?
Yes, Will Levis.
Levis.
Yeah, so instead of creamer, he puts mayonnaise. Again, nasty. Just no. Come on.
What if people think you put mayonnaise in coffee?
Maybe he doesn't have taste buds. Like, that's all I can figure. Like, he just can't taste stuff because what are we doing?
Yeah. All right, let's get off of mayo. Let's get back to the Warriors here. We're going to start off with halftime and go the other way. Defensive player of the year. Who you got? There's a lot of good choices here.
There is. I'm actually going to go Quinyon Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why is he's been shutting down a lot of good wide receivers all year long. Even though he hasn't gotten an interception, he's not giving up a lot of yards. He's not giving up. He's on an island. Everybody remembers Revis Island and all them guys. You know, he's a shutdown corner, and he's still young.
Homer. Homer.
What do you want from me? He's a shutdown corner. You want me to go TJ Watt? TJ Watt's always up there, damn it. And I got a Steelers fan. The only thing he's going to say is TJ Watt. I know what he's saying.
James, is that true?
Stop it.
As much as I would
Everybody's
love
gonna say
to. As much as I would love to sit here and tell you TJ Watt's the defensive player of the year, he just doesn't have the numbers this year. His run grade is the best in the league, and it's not close with the other pass rushers that are tops in the league. Of the 20 attempts in his direction, there's only 37 yards total, and he has like 9 tackles for loss on those 20 attempts. It's insane what he's doing against the run, but the triple teams are too much, and he's just not getting to the quarterback enough. So I'm going to go Trey Hendrickson because he is way out in front in the sack lead with 17 and a half sacks on the season. Now the next closest is Myles Garrett with only 14. He got 3 of them yesterday against Pittsburgh and looked like the real deal. He's consistently in the top 5 every year. And I think it's time that Trey Hendrickson gets his due and gets the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, but you said your left tackle sucked.
It doesn't matter. It's a statistical award.
You said anybody could be playing better at left tackle.
All right, Bo, who you got?
Yeah, so I'm going to, even though he was injured for part of the year, it actually is what makes my case for him. He's not going to win it. I actually think TJ Watt probably wins, but it's Micah Parsons, because soon as he wasn't on the field, that defense couldn't stop anything. Like the most garbage defense ever until he got back on the field. So if you were looking at the most important piece of a defense, that's Micah Parsons for that Dallas defense, because, I mean, everyone could score as soon as he wasn't on the field.
I'm going to go with Trey Henderson, and I still can't Hendrickson as well. I'm going to everything that James said. I was going to take that, but yep, I'm just going to go with that. Now, for Rookie of the Year, let's pick an offensive and a defensive player of the year. We're going to start off with James this time.
Whew. I wasn't ready for both sides of the football, but I'll tell you on the offensive side of the football.
If you can't come up with the other one, that's fine too.
Okay. I think that you really have to consider Brock Bowers with what he's done this year. 108 receptions for a tight end is unheard of. And 1,100 receiving yards on what is a miserable football team. The Raiders are awful. He has no good quarterback play there and still managed to put up absolutely monstrous numbers. So I'd go Brock Bowers on offense, and I didn't research the defensive one well enough. So I got
Hey, I got to take a phone call. I'll be with you in a little bit.
Cool.
You're good, dude. You're good. All right, James. I'm sorry, Bo. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
I was like, I think he just went.
My bad. Bo.
Yeah, so offensive rookie of the year, I'm going to go with Jaden Daniels. He's absolutely shown out. There was a brief period of time where I thought Bo Nix might take that from him, where Washington was sliding. But then, Nix over the last couple of weeks hasn't been great. So I think that kind of solidifies that award for Daniels. And then on the defensive rookie of the year, probably Jared Verse, the linebacker for the Rams. He's come in and shown out for that defense. Obviously he's in our division, so we got to see him a little bit. But, I would prefer that he not come in and played as well as he has. But, being in our division and all. But, yeah, Jared Verse looks like he has a real shot at defensive rookie of the year.
So, for me, my offensive rookie of the year is going to be Brock Bowers. He was the brightest spot on the Raiders team, period. So, for that being said, Brock Bowers. Quit.
You got to chew the pancake, man.
I'm done. I just finished. Quinyon Mitchell is my rookie of the year for of course, I'm being a homer. Let's see Blaze Radio with the homers.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm not wrong. You can either go with Quinyon Mitchell or Cooper DeJean, but I'm going with Quinyon Mitchell for locking down everybody. And he only let up one touchdown this whole year, and it was to the freaking cow. Was it the Cowboys? Yeah, I think it was the Cowboys. Yeah. All right. The next one is actually kind of my favorite here. I'm kind of stuck. Comeback player of the year. We're gonna go with James here. Halftime would take a while.
So comeback player of the year. Now they've redefined it now. It has to be coming back from an injury, correct?
Correct.
I think
You can't
yes.
just be bad and
Okay.
then start to be good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be bad.
All right, so that makes it a lot easier for me. I'm going to go Cam Hayward on this. Cam missed half the year last year with a pectoral injury. And I think by the season's end only had a couple of sacks last year because he was playing through it. This year, he's back in the Pro Bowl, had 3 passes defense last night, along with 8 sacks on the season. He's looking absolutely dominant again at 35 years old, which is incredible. And that's just, it's my vote on this one. I'm going complete homer, and it's Cam Hayward.
Bo.
Yeah, so for me, because it's got to be coming back off of an injury, it's got to be Joe Burrow. Like, you come back in the league, you're in the MVP race after a year that you miss half the season. I mean, I don't know how much more you can ask out of a comeback player. Now, granted, Joe Burrow, because he gets hurt every other year, could have an entire shelf of these things. But
Right.
but I think he's probably a shoo-in for it because of the year he's like, it's the best year of his career coming off an injury. Like, I don't know how much more of the guideline you could fit than coming back like that.
So I'm gonna agree with Bo. I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow here. He's having an incredible year. No one can take that away from him. One of the best quarterbacks in the league, period. And so I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow. I know halftime will be mad because Joe Burrow is now gonna win MVP and comeback player of the year.
He's not winning the MVP.
He's not, but I'm just saying. According to this, he's winning. Someone had picked him for MVP. So I'm just saying that. All right, executive of the year.
I mean, specifically for halftime, I hope he does.
Yeah, me too, right? I want that too. Executive of the year. I already know who I'm going with. Let's go with James.
Now, are we talking like general manager of the year? Is that what we're looking at? Or
I guess so, yeah. I'm the type executive of the year.
I didn't go that far. I didn't go that far, so I don't have one of those.
I'll let you guys go first. I got to think for a second. I wasn't prepared on this one.
Yeah,
right,
I
I'm
wasn't
just-
ready for that one.
Kawhi Leonard for NBA. He only played one game. He only played one game. All right. I'm gonna go with Howie Roseman here. I know it's a homer pick, but look at everything that he's done.
I feel like you should be exempt from picking anyone on the Eagles organization.
So
Every week,
halftime picked
every
me. He literally picked me, and now I get all right. But yeah, who else? I don't know who else then because that was my first pick. Who else is there then for like general manager?
I guess whoever's running the Vikings organization, because they were supposed to suck really bad this year.
Yeah.
And they're
Right,
an
I'm gonna look that
incredible football team, so I don't even know who that is, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
was
it up.
thinking. I forget the name of the new GM for Washington, but I mean they've put together quite the team in this 1 year.
I cannot pronounce this guy's name. Co-op. It's Mensa. That's his last name. I can't pronounce everything else.
Perfect.
Wait, for the Commanders, it's Bob Myers, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember who their GM is.
I think it is Bob Myers. I'll look it up just so we say Vikings are shocking. I'm gonna keep on saying this. I'm still thinking they're frauds. I don't know. There's something telling me that they're gonna get bounced out in the first round again.
I mean, they might, but it's hard to say 14-2 of frauds.
that's it.
Hey, that's happened before. It's happened before, so
No. I'm not saying they can't get bounced in the first round. I mean, it's the Vikings, but but 14-2, I think, absolves you from the fraud range.
my bad. It's Adam Peters, the general manager of the Commanders. So he
So maybe
is.
I never knew who it was because that doesn't even sound familiar.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Yeah. So we all got that. So that concludes the awards segment. Let's just go
I
right
mean,
to.
we got to do Coach of the Year, right?
We did that last week, but let's do it again. Let's pick Coach of the Year. I'm not picking Nick Sirianni, so you guys are good there.
You do. I'd have to leave the show now. I would just be like,
I'm not. All right, Bo, who you got?
just
Coach of
can't
the
do
Year.
it. I'll go Kevin. I'll go Kevin O'Connell because of
Okay.
what the Vikings have done. They were supposed to be a 6-win team, so Kevin O'Connell has to win that award.
James?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said last week too. Was Kevin O'Connell? Just because this team, I mean, you're supposed to have a journeyman backup quarterback and a rookie first-round pick quarterback, and Sam Darnold ends up looking like the second coming of Brett Favre out there. So you got to give this team credit for overachieving, in my opinion, in a drastic manner.
Yeah. So for me, it's got to be Jim Harbaugh, the Chargers head coach. I mean, going from a non-playoff team to making the playoffs in 1 year. Good stuff.
mean,
So
Were they really a non-playoff team though, or was it just bad coaching before? Because
I think it was just like bad coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, all they had to do was not call a timeout, and they would have got one of those, right?
Right. Yeah. Now you don't want to load? Come on, I'm trying to bring the picks up. Typical computers. Oh my god, I'll just use my phone for this time. All
At
right.
least my machine's not the only one.
No, it's just like I guess ESPN is down or something. I have no clue. But pick
ESPN is down on the Week 18 Sunday. That seems bad.
like it won't load. It won't load for me. Oh wow, got each game right. I got both games right yesterday. Yay.
Sweet.
Alright. So we're gonna start off the Panthers at the Falcons. James, who you got?
I have to assume that the Falcons are going to win this. A lot of teams, it's important that they lose, and the Panthers are in that category. So
Yeah.
Falcons need to gain some momentum for next season, and the Panthers need to lose. So I'll go Falcons.
Butterfly, I'll put the link in the chat in a little bit. Commanders. Yeah. Bo, who you got?
Yeah, I mean, I got the Falcons here. It's funny though, because the line is too big. So I would pick the Panthers to cover. They have the Falcons as it's like a 6.5 point favorite or something. And the Panthers have been playing inspired football the last couple of weeks. So, you know, they don't look like they've given up. So I like the Falcons to win outright, but I wouldn't pick them to cover.
Yeah. I got the Falcons, and then Bo, right back at you. Commanders at the Cowboys.
I got the Commanders. The game matters to them. The Cowboys are the Cowboys. So I'm going to go with the Commanders get this on the road.
All right. James, how about you?
There's a lot of that for me this week of teams that need to lose versus teams that need to win. And this is another one of them. So Commanders, easy pick for me.
Yeah. I hate both of these teams, so I'm gonna go with the Commanders here. I just think the Cowboys are just depleted. CeeDee Lamb is not even playing.
Yep.
So, and then right back, Bears at the Packers. Anyone going Bears?
No. I was listening to another show that said the Bears have only beaten the Packers like 4 times in the last 15 years. So I don't expect it to change today.
All right. So, Texans at the Titans then. So, James, let's start off with you.
Not even Mason Rudolph can save the Titans at this point. And I love teasing about Mason. He's had a couple decent games here and there, but the Texans need to get momentum going into the playoffs here. So I got them with an easy win.
Bo.
Yeah, I got the Texans here too. They need a get-right game before they get into the playoffs.
Yeah, after what happened to the Ravens by only scoring 2 points, they can't do any worse. So, if they just get a field goal, they're doing better. If they just get a field goal, they're doing better.
Imagine if the Titans shut them out.
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be amazing.
Oh my god, if that happened, I'll be calling the Just Fans podcast guys. I'll be like, "Are you guys okay? You guys only scored 2 points in 2 weeks."
Yeah, Rios would be losing his mind.
Oh my god, him and his Rockets are playing well, so power to him. Jaguars at the Colts. I don't think anyone's going to Jaguars, right?
No.
Anyone going Patriots for the Bills and the Patriots?
No.
Even the Bills' backups are good enough to beat the Patriots right now.
Exactly.
Right. Anyone going Giants against the Eagles?
Go Kenny Pickett.
He's not even playing. It's Tanner McKee. Kenny Pickett is injured.
Oh man,
He got injured last week with ribs, and the week before
That's
that.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. I forgot. But still not going Giants.
I'm not either. Saints at the Buccaneers. We're gonna go with Bo on this one.
Well, this game is incredibly important for the Bucs. This is one where they have to win this game, and the Saints have nothing to play for. So yeah, I got the Bucs taking this.
James.
Yeah, I'm with you on it. It seems like Tampa Bay is gaining momentum at the right time of the season. So we'll take Tampa Bay in a game that matters way more to them than it does to the Saints.
Yeah. The Saints are not playing for pretty much anything, so I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers on that one. Chiefs at the Broncos. Everyone going Chiefs? Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz. Oh, you're going Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to go Broncos too on this because Mahomes ain't playing. So I don't think it's going to be a pretty situation for them offensively.
Yeah, they have like 5 starters not playing for Casey. So
Yeah.
And the Broncos, this is another one where they need this win just because there is a scenario where they miss the playoffs if they don't.
Right. So.
Yeah, they can knock the Bengals out. The Bengals can still not make the playoffs here.
Exactly. Yeah, but they have to win. If the Broncos lose, and what was the other game? I think it's Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
So if those both lose, Bengals get in. So the Broncos need this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my pick. I had the Chiefs. I forgot Mahomes was not playing, so I'm gonna go Broncos. They were actually 59% picked the Broncos to beat the Chiefs. So
on MGM, it's 71% taking the Broncos.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's shocking. Chargers at the Raiders. Nobody's going Raiders.
No, it's a must win for the Chargers.
Yeah.
All right. Seattle at the Rams. Bo?
Seattle here because the Rams are also resting a lot of people. So the Rams have nothing to they can't change where they're at. So they're resting a lot of guys. Seattle's going to try and finish with a 10-win season.
James?
I'll go with Bo on this. Obviously, he knows more about that situation than I do.
Yeah, I'm going with Seattle as well. Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. Look who's back.
Hey.
Sorry about that. I had a phone call.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. We're just doing picks right now. We're just doing predictions. So, let's just go up to the beginning here for halftime, even though I know he's going to get most of these wrong.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. No wonder how I'm winning. Panthers at the Falcons. Panthers at the Falcons.
Panthers at the Falcons.
Yep.
I got the Falcons.
Okay. I was going to say.
I got the Falcons. I mean, Panthers are just Panthers. They're getting better. I will say the Panthers are getting better. They're getting closer in games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I do have but I have the Falcons.
Commanders at the Cowboys.
Commanders.
Okay. Bears at the Packers.
I got the Pack. I got the Packers, but I bet bringing the Bears to win, but I'm getting like 13 points.
You bet on the Bears?
Yeah, for 13 points, yes, I did. Hey, yo! In my betting this week, I'm up 300.
So, James, you want to tell halftime the fact that you told us about the Bears and the Packers?
The Bears have only beat the Packers like 4 times in the last 15 years.
Yeah, but all they had to do, James, is not blow a 13-point lead.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. All right. Texans at the Titans.
Oh, even
Texans?
though they threw a horrible game last time, they're not going to do that against the Titans.
Yep. Jaguars at the Colts.
As the Colts lose to the friggin' Giants,
Yep.
I gotta go Jacksonville.
You're going Jacksonville here?
I'm going Jacksonville. I don't trust the Colts. There's no trust there. You lost to the Giants. And you got beat bad. One guy put almost 200 yards on you.
The Bills at the Patriots.
Oh, the Bills. Patriots are not dumb enough to lose this game. And the
Giants at the Eagles.
My Patriots ain't gonna freaking say, "Hey, let's win this game." I want the first overall pick.
Exactly.
Giants at the Eagles.
Eagles are gonna win, but it's gonna be an ugly game because nobody's gonna be playing. Yeah.
Saints at the Buccaneers.
I got Tampa Bay, but I think Tampa Bay's playing for a better playoff spot. So
Yeah.
I have Tampa Bay. I got Tampa Bay.
Chiefs at the Broncos.
I got the Broncos because Kansas City's sitting their starters,
Yeah.
and Broncos need a win.
Chargers at the Raiders.
Charge. Raiders just done. They suck so bad. It's just
Seattle at the Rams.
at the Rams.
Oh,
Yeah, Seattle played good, but I got the Rams on this one.
okay. Even though they're resting everybody too.
Yes.
Okay.
But if I'm not mistaken, if the Rams win, ain't they jockeying for a spot in the playoffs?
They have nothing to play for.
Okay.
They locked up the division last week, so
they did. All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're
I
sitting.
didn't know if they locked it up or not.
Yeah, I'll break it down this way to you. They have Jimmy Garoppolo as the starter. You sure you want to take the Rams?
Yes, I'm picking the Rams
Yeah.
against Seattle. Yes, I'm picking the Rams.
Dolphins at the Jets.
It's the first one for all of us, Mitch. We're back to caught up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a horrible game too. I got Miami. I know Tua's not playing or nothing, but
Yeah. All right, James. Dolphins at the Jets. Yeah.
Miami's still in it, right? Don't they have like a mathematical odd of getting that last wild card spot?
I guess they're 8-8.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I
think they need the Broncos to lose, and then if they won, they would force the Bengals out. I think that's how that works.
Yeah, so I'm going Dolphins. The Jets need to lose. The Dolphins absolutely have to win to have any chance.
All right. Bo.
I'm taking the Jets because this team is dysfunctional, and Rodgers will absolutely hurt this franchise by winning. And then you have Tua out of the game, and we've seen how that team operates without Tua in the lineup. I'm going to go with the Jets, get their 5th win, and ruin their draft capital and ruin the Dolphins. That seems like the most Aaron Rodgers scenario.
Isn't Tyrod starting today?
I think so, yeah.
yeah. I thought so too.
The Niners at the Cardinals. I got the Dolphins first off, but we're gonna go with James here. Niners at the Cardinals.
It's Pastronaut time. Josh Dobbs getting the start for the Niners today. I'm going to take the 49ers and the former Steelers stud Josh Dobbs.
All right, Bo.
What?
Niners at the Cardinals.
Nobody knows what to pick on us. 'Cause
I'm gonna go Cards. I guess. Yeah, man. A game that means nothing. So yeah, I'll take the Cardinals here.
Halftime.
I'm taking the Cardinal. But I mean, this last year, the last game of the year, a shit show. It really is. Nobody
really
knows
is.
who's gonna be playing. Yeah, I got the Cardinal.
I got the Niners. I want to see Josh Dobbs take it for the win.
You want to see him? You want to see him go for the win?
I got the Niners.
He's
Didn't
got
he play
everything.
for the Vikings and was winning a couple games, and everybody was rooting for him?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's good. He's good for 3 games everywhere he's gone.
that's it. So he's
The
doing
last
Exactly.
game, the best game of the entire year, the Vikings at the Lions. Yep. I got Lions here. I'm gonna go Detroit Lions. Halftime. Who you got?
I got the line.
Yeah,
Even
the
though
line.
they're hurt
Right.
and how hurt they are. I mean, they're hurt at corner, linebacker, defensive line, offensive line, hurting at running back. I mean, all these injuries that they do have, and
Yeah.
they still are winning games. They're
Yep.
not losing anything. They're just keep on going that's a great team right there. Yes, Vikings are a good team, but I think the Lions are going to win this. It's going to be a close one. Going to be an exciting one.
Bo.
Despite the fact that they have 13 defensive players on IR,
I said they were hurt.
and they're just throwing Lions jerseys on whoever they'll fit. I still think the Lions get this win at home. The only thing I'm a little worried about is Montgomery is now out for this game, so they're down a running back as well.
He's out for the year. He's not. He don't have a chance even to come back.
Yeah, no, it's an MCL. He's not technically on IR though, so he still rolls into the injury report. But they've done an incredible job filling the void with just random people on that defense to keep them in games. So I'm going to go with the Lions, continue that trend at home for the final game of the year, because this game is for the number 1 seed, right? Like, you win and you get a bye week. And if you lose, you're the 5th seed. Wild to think we have a 14-win team going to be the 5th seed.
Oh my God. All right, James.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the panel here and go Lions on this, regardless of how banged up they are. I just think it's the better roster. It's the better team, and I think they'll pull it through.
Sorry about the Lions fans, because that just means that they're going to lose now that the whole panel took them.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's going to conclude the Sunday morning show. The last one of the season. Next week will be the start of the playoffs. So make sure you guys hit that like. Check out everybody here. The links are in the chat. And we'll catch you all later. Enjoy football. It's the last Sunday of the regular season. I'm not even watching the 4 o'clock games. Screw that. I'm just watching the Eagles, and that's it until Sunday night. All right, guys. We'll catch you all later. Peace.